Good morning friends, Linda here from my fancy homestead. It's 6 a.m. I'm sitting here with my now empty cup of tea, but I'll probably need to go and get another one. I woke up this morning this early because I want to plant my garden, but when Mark is here in the same room, he likes to tippity tap on a keyboard, so I don't get the time to actually film anything in this room because he's tippity tappity tappity on the keyboard. I need to plant the garden, and I was thinking, because I've been playing with AI and ChatGPT, I was thinking how good is it gonna be with planting my garden this year versus myself, and I can compare it with my last year's garden. I took inspiration from Hugh Richards. In one of his videos he was talking about keeping a journal about previous year's gardens. So ADHD likes books. I have a book for everything, and it's like one for raw notes, one for garden. There's my ideas. There is lists in this one. I have another book for garden. So thus far, these are my notebooks that far. See the problem? I just if I want to do something, it needs to be in a specific book. It's very strange. Anyways, this is the book for my garden, and these are my garden plans for last year. I have kept them all and written them out, and this is where it's gonna go for the next year. I'm very happy with that because it keeps track of things, which is great. I have too many seeds as well. I went upstairs and I got all of my seeds together, and I have a lot. And there's a lot of things I want to put in my garden this year. I'm gonna do this. I pre-printed the square foot gardening method on the beds that I have, and I printed out extra pages because I have 8 beds like this. And these are my home beds, which are a lot smaller than the ones in the allotment. There we go. So now we just need to start planning. What are we gonna put where? And then we need to take inspiration from the structures that I already have in the allotment that I put in, because I do not really want to move them too much around, so it's gonna influence what I can put where. I love this part of the garden planning because I can imagine how the garden's gonna look like during the summer, and it's just so exciting. Walking in your imagination through the garden and thinking that, for example, cucumbers are gonna be this high and I'm gonna put tomatoes here, so when I'm looking at it, I'm gonna put flowers in front of it. It's just titillating, basically, and I can't wait to start implementing all of these plans. I think I'm gonna keep writing down plans for my garden every year and keep this like massive journal from year to year, how my gardens develop, and eventually I'll transfer these plans that I made for this year into the book and see how they evolve, because there are plans that I'm gonna keep the same way as they were. For example, my tomato bed was amazing. I am not changing this plan because it worked really well. It provided me with a good harvest, and in the same time it was easy, and I already have all of the structures in place for it. But what we're gonna revisit is gonna be the corn, because last year I planted it too close. It was literally just crammed. 4 plants per square foot doesn't really work for me, and I'm thinking I'm gonna reduce it to 2 this year and see how it goes. Another great success was beans, because the trellis that goes over the top actually allowed me to grow the beans a bit longer, and then all of the bean pods were just hanging down, and it was so much easier to just harvest it all of at the same time. And I definitely want to incorporate more winter squash in my garden because now I have 4 varieties and I want to try them all. I did have a lot of fun playing with ChatGPT about garden planning, and as you can see, I am giving it a lot of information in the beginning to just get it going. As I have found out, sometimes you really need to specify the things you need from it, because it just runs off with information that it has, and it is extremely useful of finding information on the internet and providing it in a nice, concise way. But you need to be careful when you trust it as well, because not everything the ChatGPT comes up with can be trusted yet. For example, I have had to argue with it that there are 52 weeks in a year instead of 50, because it was insisting that there were 50 and it was providing me with plans for 50. So that was a fun thing to do. As I said, it's great with providing you with information, but for example, if you ask it to draw the plans that it just made for your garden, it will come up with some weird stuff. And if you try to read the text that's around the images, it's not possible, because it's not actually text, it's just images of the text. Yeah, I don't know what that weird thing is. I think it's corn, but I have never seen corn grow like that. That is a strange thing. Hi friends, it's evening now. I've been slowly making plans throughout the day and talking with the ChatGPT. My conclusions basically are that while AI is awesome in collecting the information and giving you ideas and just being there as a support, still doesn't beat the experience of doing it yourself on a piece of paper. Maybe I just like paper. I really like to put it on the paper and arrange it, and this page I have redrawn 4 times because I just messed it up and it needs to be perfect. Yeah, almost stabbed myself in the eye with it. It's fine. I'm just so happy with this plan. I can't tell you how excited I am to start it. Basically, that's my conclusion. Use the AI to help you and to guide you, but take it with a pinch of salt. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it and hope you liked this. I have gained a lot and I have learned a lot today. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye friends! Dropped all of my papers. See you next time!